Hollywood, what the hell do you guys have against numbers? This is essentially a new version of the franchise, so why not plant a big old 2 on that poster? Did you ever intend on explaining to people that this is the 3rd movie, or did those at the board meeting have a hearty chortle about the confusion this would cause? Was there a plan to describe how the board game that washed up on the shores of what can conservatively be assumed as France not only ended up back in the United States, but also transformed from a board game into a video game? So what the hell is Jumanji? Is it the soul of a deity stuffed within the physical form meant to entrap those foolish enough to accept the bargain? Did I just make the game sound cooler than it actually is? Let alone, is it an exclusive console? How much did the people who own it pay? Did they have to give their third-born child to EA for all the microtransactions? Did the family who owned the game before also go through the same crap that Robin Williams did? Are we gonna get our answers, or do we have to wait until the next episode of Dragon Ball Z? Missing world-building details aside, at least this film is a fun time. The cast are drawn into the game, but this time there is a new mechanic. Most of the cast were turned into characters they weren't before. Now Kevin Hart has to play Danny Glover, taking 10 years to get out a single sentence. The Rock now portrays Danny DeVito and becomes as annoying after the first couple lines of dialogue as a police car blaring its horn while getting laid. And much of the story hits the same beats. People get sucked into the video game, someone dies right off the bat, there is infighting that costs lives, etc. There isn't much else to say other than Jumanji: The Next Level is just okay. If you like the first one, you'll find this one enjoyable. The humor is a bit hit or miss, with most of it being repeated, which reeks of greed and laziness, but at least I didn't sit mouth agape like when I went to go see Black Christmas. Now, I don't know what possessed me to believe that Black Christmas would at least give me a chuckle. Instead, it was like falling into a deep dream turned nightmare, staring into the abyss as I swayed in the currents above Rillia as a Lovecraftian monster collapses my mind in on itself. Killers teleport around like Blink is never on cooldown. Cary Elwes couldn't signal that he was the villain any harder if he passed out cyanide capsules at a children's hospital. The characters are so stupid and or blind that the killers walk right past them in plain sight. It's like all of them are wearing horse blinders. At one point, one of these guys is standing on a table above the 2 women he's hunting. So how the fuck did you get up there without making a sound? Close the door, way the fuck over there, and why aren't you splitting their heads open like watermelon with a hammer? Black Christmas is the zenith of terrible corporate filmmaking, out to make a quick buck with no care, substance, joy, or anything behind a single fucking decision. The reasoning behind making this movie is based entirely on forcing what amounts to Twitter in our faces, like cutting my Achilles tendon and throwing me into a river filled with piranha. There is not a single redeeming quality about this film, and at one point I was hoping Amazon had an express 30-minute delivery personal assassination service. The worst part about all of this is that I couldn't even have fun with how bad it is. The characters are so insufferable, I think I would rather fight a velociraptor to the death than stomach this movie again. The writing is so bad, I think Michael Crichton is rolling in his grave. The first victim is killed with an icicle. Come on! That should be top of the list tongue-in-cheek fun right there, and somehow they managed to make a film that was so bad that it does to your senses metaphorically what Aaron H. Thomas did literally. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly reviews, and I'll see you in the next video.